Hi, my name is Ayana, and I'm going to be talking about contact metamorphism. All right, so here you go. All right, what is metamorphism? What is the word? What are you talking about, Ayana? Well, I'm here to tell you. So, metamorphism means to change. So rocks are constantly changing physically and chemically. So with metamorphism, rocks are formed when existing rocks are changed by great amounts of what? Heat and pressure. So that is metamorphism. The main factors that control the metamorphic processes is one, the mineral composition of the rock, two, temperature takes place where it takes place, and then three, amount and type of pressure, and then four, types of fluids, it's mainly just water, and then five is the amount of time. So keep that in mind. Okay, so what is contact metamorphism anyway? So now that we know what metamorphism is, what is contact metamorphism? So, glad you asked. So, it's a type of metamorphism, but okay, get this. It comes into contact with heat. That's basically what it is. It's literally in the title. Existing rocks are coming into contact with very hot lava or magma coming into the intrusion of the rock. So it does not foilate. You ask, what is foilation? Foilation is directional pressure or shear pressure going onto the rock. And for that to happen, it has to have very high pressure or intense pressure, I would say. But with contact, it's only low pressure and very high temperature. So it's more heat and less pressure. So think of that, put that in your mind. So any type of magma body can lead to contact metamorphism from a thin little dike or to a large stock. So when I think about contact metamorphism, I think about, okay, me walking down the street, walking on the sidewalk, there's cracks in the sidewalk, and I have my hot coffee, probably espresso from Starbucks, and I drop it. The hot content, which is coffee, goes into the cracks of the sidewalk, and you can just mentally picture that as the contact metamorphism. Is basically hot lava or magma coming into the cracks and filling up the space. And within that process of the heat of the liquid or the fluid with the existing rock forms into another type of rock. So keep that in mind. The temperatures, though, are not as high because you're not melting the rock, but it's hot enough to change the rock and probably even make new crystals within the rock. So the temperatures range from 300 C to 800 C Celsius. So this is an example of, you call it aurori, don't know how to say it again. But the purple, what you see, the purple shade around this big balloon is the thermal metamorphism. And then in the second phase, you see the magmatic water sprouting out. That's the release of magmatic fluids. And in the third slide, you see the magmatic water still, but then you also see the convecting of groundwater. And this can create metallic minerals. So, yeah. So my example of contact metamorphism is when I straighten my hair. So when I first start off with my hair, it's in its natural state, like how it is, it's curly. So that would be AKA the parent rock, my bad. And the flat iron comes in contact with my hair. And so when I flat iron my hair, the heat and pressure, the heat is coming from the blades within the flat iron, the two tongs, and then the pressure is coming from me pressing the two blades of the heat onto my hair to form a straight strands. So again, that's my example of contact metamorphism. That's what I think of when I think of the contact metamorphism term. Yeah, so here it is. And here are some examples of rocks that are formed from this process. This is hornfels, marble, we got a little color going on, quartzite. This is a few, but there's a lot more. So now, what's the difference between regional and contact metamorphism? Regional, think about it this way, to differ from contact metamorphism, it's higher pressure, it's more pressure than heat. So because of that, the rocks have little bands of minerals within the rock that is due to formation, due to high pressure. So think of that with regional metamorphism. It's still a metamorphic rock because it still goes through heat, but it's more pressure than heat. Whereas with contact, it's not that much pressure. It's just the rock that it's next to this abrupting hot magma coming through the intrusion, the coffee going into the sidewalk crack. It's not enough it's not enough pressure to have formation. With regional metamorphic rocks, they occur deep within the crust, within the Earth's crust. But with contact, it takes place where a body of magma intrudes into the upper part of the crust. So that's something to think about. That's the difference. Yeah, this is it. This is the source that I use outside of the textbook if you want to look at it a little deeper than what I've said. But hope this helped you. So bye.